I'm sorry and here to say that my uncle passed away today. My uncle Halroy Williams from Columbus, Ohio. The one that was on 227, Sanford and Son, appeared on The Jeffersons, Good Times, and did a movie with Austin Kutcher about Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. So it shocked me today when I heard it. And just came on the news about 4 or 5 minutes ago. And I'm hurt, deeply hurt. Can't get a hold of nobody because I think everybody is getting his funeral arrangements prepared and burial things prepared. I'm hurt. I'm stunned. I'm shocked. He was 91 years old. That's a long life. I hope I can live that long. You know? He was a good man from what I was told through many people. I don't know too many people that said anything bad about him. But he's gone. Died in California at his home. And he's from Columbus, Ohio. Went to East High School. And a lot of people said nice things about him, you know. The teachers, superintendents, and things like that. They appreciated his talent, his kindness, his love for people and humanity, and the beautiful spirit that he had. It hurts. Right now it hurts. Because I never thought I would see something or hear something like that, although I seen his face on the news, but I wasn't really paying attention because I was listening to music or whatever. But then when it came back on, I took my headphones out and I started listening, and I found out he passed away today or yesterday, one or the other. Point is, he's not here anymore. Point is, I'm hurting. The point is, I got to carry on his legacy in comedy. Because there's nobody else in my family that I know through him can do comedy outside of me. I'm his nephew, and I'll do what I can to honor his legacy in some kind of way. I'm sure the Lord gonna lead me and show me and tell me what to do. I'm hurting right now. I just got done talking to my cousin about 2-3 weeks ago. I called. Now I can't get a hold of him. Can't get a hold of his brother or any of my other relatives out in California because I'm sure they're preparing for his funeral. And I'm sure he had a long list of friends that loved him and cared about him. He was with the Screen Actors Guild. He had awards. I forget the name of that award show that's like overseas, but he was a part of that. And I'm proud of him. I was proud of him before I knew who he was. He was my mother's brother, oldest brother. My mom, her sisters, that was their older brother. And other relatives that were related to him. I'm hurt. I don't know what else to say. Other than, I hope he go to heaven. Because he was kind-hearted from what the news people were saying. They ain't even had to say that because I already knew anyway. He was a kind-hearted person, just like me. Very kind-hearted, very nice, very respectful. I'm that way until people piss me off. Then I flip off and go the other way. But it ain't about me, it's about him. He's gone, he's passed, and I'm hurt. There's nothing else I could do but hurt, grieve, and, deal with it for the rest of my life. I love my uncle. He was the only, really outside my grandfather, was the male role in my life. I don't know where I got all the comedy from. I'm assuming it was from him, because I don't know nobody else that was in my family that had that comedic or comedy talent other than myself. I'm the only son, so I followed in his footsteps, so to speak, because I make people laugh. I just wish I could have got out there before he passed away. And see, this message goes out to a lot of people that have relatives, whether they're famous or not famous, male, female, tall, short, fat, skinny, whatever, and you haven't talked to your relatives, say your mom or your dad or something like that, for whatever reasons, for a long time. You better be stepping and getting to do that before it's too late, and then you're going to regret it. Trust and believe me. You're going to regret it if you don't try to find them, try to communicate with them if you know where they live or whatever. Try to mend whatever that you may have negative had between you guys, male, female, male and male, or female and female. You got to mend that fence before it's too late, because if you don't mend the fence before it's too late, you're going to regret it. You're going to regret the fact that you didn't try to mend the relationship. You're going to regret the fact that you didn't continue to be around them and go see them and communicate with them when they were living. Once they're gone, they're gone. They're not coming back. Maybe in the spirit world, in your dreams and things like that, or in your heart when you in your quiet moments, but they're not going to come back in the flesh. It's over. And they're going to go one or two places, either heaven or hell, depending on what they did when they was here. Simple as that. I ain't sugarcoating nothing. I ain't trying to make nothing up. I'm just keeping it real. That's the way it is. You had a beef with your family members, and I'm talking about anybody in your family, not just my uncle, but anybody. If you got any beef with your family, siblings or family members, you need to mend that before it's too late, because once it's too late, you can't take it back. There's nothing else you can do that can take it back. You're gonna hurt for the rest of your life, and you're gonna regret the fact that you didn't want to go see them or talk to them, or you turned your back on them, or you just disrespected them all the way around, called them all kind of names and this and that, and you and them didn't ever get along. But once somebody goes, they can't come back, and they won't come back. And you're going to regret it. I'm talking to you men out there of all cultures. I'm talking to you women out there of all cultures, whatever age groups. If you're light skin, dark skin, white, black, Asian, Indian, Spanish, whatever. Mend your relationships with your siblings. Whether it's your uncle, your aunts, your sisters, your brothers, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, first, second, and third, or any other relatives in your family tree. Because once they're gone, they're gone. The only way you might be able to communicate with them is like through your dreams, or they come to you in a dream or something like that, or through prayer, reading your word and something like that. They come to you like that, but if you don't mend the fences now, they're not going to be mended. And whoever dies first or whoever dies last, the point is, they're not coming back. You ain't going to say, I'm sorry. You ain't going to be able to hug them in the flesh and say, I'm sorry, and mend the fence and then go forward. You know what I mean? If you don't do it, you're going to regret it. You're going to be hurting. You're going to be thinking like, woulda, coulda, shoulda. I should have done it. I could have done it. But I didn't do it. That's going to resonate with you for the rest of your life. You're going to be hurting. You're going to be crying in your heart if you don't cry tears physically, but you're going to be hurting really bad.